and welcome back to my channel. So I am filming this video as I've just filmed my previous video. That one should be up before this one, but if you have watched that one, the same things still kind of apply. I am in a new place, back in my university room, and you might hear a few noises like my creaky chair or the door banging or people, so I am sorry about that, and please just bear with me until I am able to go back home, which should be in a few weeks. So yeah, thank you. Anyway, so today's video is going to be on how to stop comparing yourself to others. The first thing to which I would say is quite crucial is to learn to compete with yourself and not others. So within that, I mean only comparing yourself or competing with yourself with your goals and your past self. So looking at your past challenges and seeing how you can take what's happened with those challenges and either improve on that or see what happened and what went wrong with that. With your goals, you know, did you complete certain things? And also with your future self. Compare your future self with your present self and your past self. And I think this is going to really just help you become more of a developed person generally. You need to remember that your aspirations, your achievements, your failures, your goals, they're the only things that matter to you, because they are really the only things that are going to affect you. They are the things that you have control over. You don't have control over how someone else kind of fails or achieves their goals or has aspirations. You can probably add to some of those things, but you should never really compete with those things. You should only really compete with yourself and how you are going to progress or how you are going to change, because that's what you as a person have control over. The next thing is that you should really try and practice gratitude. And I've talked about this a little bit, I think, in my romanticization video. But yeah, I think as a society forget to practice gratitude and appreciation for the things that we have, and we are always wanting what we don't have. So, you know, we see all these great things on social media or in real life and we think, I want that, why don't I have that? And this is the kind of mindset within comparison. It's I want that, why don't I have that? And we forget to actually appreciate and have gratitude for the things that we do have. So these can be the simplest things. I always feel grateful for the people who are in my life. I know that I am so fortunate to have loving parents, to have a loving and kind boyfriend, to have loving and supportive friends. And I know that not everyone in the world has that. I know not everyone probably in the area that I live within has that. It's very difficult to come by people who will support you 100%, who love you no matter what, and will be kind to you and will care for you. And you need to recognize that you have these extremely precious things in your life, and yes, you may want this thing and you may want that other thing, but do you have the things that are essential to you? Yes or no, and kind of understand from there whether your life is actually full of meaning already. Generally, you need to recognize that yes, that person probably has beauty, talent, ambition, but so do you. You have beauty and talent and ambition, and you just need to recognize that and be grateful for the things that you do have. Someone, yeah, may be a little bit ahead in whatever you want to be in, but that's okay, because you don't know the behind the scenes of that person. You don't know how long they've been doing that thing for, or how much energy and effort and time they've actually put into that. So instead of comparing, try and set yourself on your own pathway, and yeah, again, compete with yourself and practice the gratitude that you already have for the things that are important within your life. So this kind of leads on to appreciation over comparison. So within this, yeah, you kind of generally will be doing this in social media. I I know that I did see social media sometimes as a place to which I would go on, and sometimes I would specifically feel like I am comparing myself to other people, I don't know if it was to try and make myself feel like I need to do better, but I think it was kind of harmful in that way, because I was comparing and I wasn't appreciating. And it's good to appreciate. It's really good to appreciate, wow, someone's hard work into getting that new house or that job or that relationship that they have, or yeah, again, their beauty. Someone might be very beautiful, or they might be extremely talented, have really nice hair, really nice nails, a really great body that you admire and you want the same. Well, you have to learn to just say, you are a beautiful person. Yes, you are extremely pretty, but so am I. And there's a big difference between that appreciation, which that is, and that comparing and saying, I want that. Why can't I have that? So you need to make a distinction there, and it fills you with so much positivity to be able to call someone pretty or to call someone beautiful and think, yeah, they are, but that doesn't mean that I'm not. You know, the presence of someone else's beauty doesn't mean that there's an absence in your own. The beauty is very, very subjective. It's not the same everywhere, and that's good. It means, yes, we do have standards, general kind of beauty standards, but beautiful specifically or pretty is very different all around the world, and it has been throughout history. So just recognize that difference between appreciation and comparison, because honestly, comparison in beauty and in terms of work or financial kind of areas, it will probably really hurt you, and it's not going to advance you. It's just going to hurt your progress probably. So within that, you need to recognize that people are putting up their highlights. You are going to be comparing yourself to someone else's best version of themselves. No one's life is 100% like there is on social media, and we know this consciously, but subconsciously we forget. So we are going to be scrolling on social media and we are going to be comparing ourselves to someone's best highlights, to someone's holidays, to their relationships, to that new job that they just got, or to their very best hair day. You know, they might have just got their hair done, their eyebrows done, their eyelashes done, or their makeup professionally done, and we inevitably are going to be comparing ourselves to these things, even though we are not there behind the scenes, and we know really consciously that their life is not 100% like that. But inevitably with social media, we're constantly seeing these things, we're going to forget about that element of social media. So that's why, leading on to the next thing, you should take a social media break. Social media for me has been, as I've talked about many different times, not a useful time and I don't think it's very good for most people. It's not beneficial generally, I don't think. Yes, there are good things, as I've talked about before, job opportunities, the ability to network, to connect with people from all around the world, but what do we do most of the time? Scroll and aimlessly scroll and just look at things that we've forgotten about literally 2 seconds later. So yeah, I would say comparison happens the most when we are on social media. So if you can, try and take a break or quit social media as a whole. I have done it to where I have pretty much quit social media. I only use it for about an hour on a Friday and that's it. And I have seen, like I've said, so many benefits from doing that. Comparison is mainly in social media, as I have said. So if you are finding that comparison is affecting your daily life, find the place to which you are most comparing yourself on. Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook maybe? Is it on TikTok? You don't want to delete all social media apps, but maybe just take a break on the one app which is being the most obstructive to you in your ability to stop comparing yourself. So I think for most people it's probably going to be Instagram and maybe TikTok, but Facebook sometimes can be a place to where, you know, your aunties and your uncles and whoever else in your family is going to be posting, you know, all the achievements of people around your age, you know, your cousins and whatever, and you're thinking, oh, I haven't done that, or, you know, and it's just not going to make you feel great. Even LinkedIn, sometimes that is not going to be a good place in terms of comparison, because you're going to be looking at all of these successful business people or all the successful people in your field, and it's going to make you think like, why aren't I doing that? Why don't I have that many connections or that many people in my networking circle? Or why haven't I signed up to this event? There's so many things that we can compare ourselves to, and it can really just kill joy and kill who we are, because when we're comparing ourselves we forget who we are, and if we over compare we don't know who we are and what we like and who we are generally as a person, and we forget because we're too busy thinking that what we think we want is what this other person has. So yeah, that was my 5 things that you can do to start comparing yourself to others less. I know it's a really tricky task. I know that is kind of impossible sometimes, and that you just do it subconsciously without even thinking about it. But there are things that you can do to help reduce that, and I hope that some of these things have helped you in your journey to stop comparing yourself to others. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.